World Famous Lover is a 2020 romantic drama film starring Vijay Deverakonda, Tresa, Aishwarya Rajesh, and Izabelle Leite. And it's not a good movie at all. There are several problems with this movie, and this is the movie that Vijay wanted to, go out on. He posted on Twitter that this will be his last love story in his career, and right now he's shooting with Ananya Pandey for the movie Fighter. And I wanted to watch this in theaters. Apparently, one of my friend did, and he wasn't saying good things about it. So I decided to wait until it comes on Netflix or Sun NXT. And yes, now it is available on both those platforms. So this movie is purely a performance-based film. Vijay Deverakonda and Aishwarya Rajesh stands out as one of the best performers in this movie. You can just watch this movie just to watch them. They're that good. The way Vijay speaks in that Telangana accent, it felt like watching. It felt very realistic. Apparently, that's where all the realism ends. The only other good part in the movie is the chemistry between these characters. I love the way Vijay's character interacts with these different heroines. That's the only good thing in the movie. Remaining part is all garbage. Vijay's character, there's barely anything in it. It's basically a rehash of Arjun Reddy. You can basically retitle this entire movie as Arjun Reddy 1.5 because it's basically a summary of all the Arjun Reddy movies. Just watch the Raashi Khanna and Arjun Reddy portion of that movie. You will definitely know this is just another Arjun Reddy. And frankly, I'm a bit tired of seeing this same story again. This was one of my biggest problems with Dear Comrade, but I really want him to stop doing these Arjun Reddy type films. We already done it once, enough, move on. Geeta Govindam was a fresh start for him, and I don't know why he again diverted back to Arjun Reddy. Another part is that Raashi Khanna doesn't have much to do in this movie. Her performance is great, but her role is basically diminished by the fact that all she has to do in the movie is cry. It's basically Tube Light, where the only role Salman Khan had to play in that movie was cry the whole movie. And man, she barely has anything to do. And Vijay's character has nothing to do there except whine and bitch about things and basically get her back. And he gets so many chances to do so, it basically becomes unrealistic at that point. And speaking of unrealistic points in the movie, there's another story in the movie. There are three stories which converges into the main story. There's a second sub story that happens in the second half between Izabelle Leite and Vijay Deverakonda, where he imagines that what would have been if Raashi Khanna never became part of his life. Basically, it's just another love story that's set in Paris. You could have just removed that whole thing out. Nothing would have changed. The Vijay Deverakonda and Aishwarya Rajesh, that storyline alone had both compromise and sacrifice in it. You didn't need that Paris story at all, except to maybe pad the runtime a bit. Man, it was such a drag, and it's so unrealistic. Basically, she's a French. The girl is French, and she's there's a gambling part. There's drag racing. There's so many things that just takes you out of the movie, and it really kept me. It removed my immersion a bit, and man, it was such a boring way to tell this story. And to the other part, Aishwarya Rajesh and Vijay Deverakonda, that was okay. I mean, again, those two were the highlights of the movie. I am not arguing about that. But the problem is there was an unrealistic aspect in that too, where Captain Tresa is this rich boss of Vijay Deverakonda, and she flirts with him, and Vijay also goes with it. I don't really see the point there. I don't understand how she will be attracted to someone like him, apart from, he looks good. So there's barely anything, and you don't really care about these characters at all. Especially by the second half, it just becomes so tiring. It's like the Raashi Khanna's dialogue in the first half basically basically entwines the entire movie. I'm tired, I'm exhausted.
And అలసిపోయాను. My mind, my heart is just bleeding.
I really don't know what to tell you guys. It's just a bad movie that none of you should watch. And it's with great regret that I'm giving World Famous Lover a 5 out of 10. It's a very disappointing movie, and normally a 5 out of 10 is average for me, but this was very disappointing considering this was Vijay's last love story according to the Twitter handle that he gave. I don't know if he will come back in the future, but as of now, he told this is his last love story. And this was such a massive disappointment for me. Really, if you wanted to have a last love story, you should have just stopped at Dear Comrade. This is basically an Arjun Reddy 1.5 with two other stories in it. I've seen this thing done before. If you've seen Shahid Kapoor movie, Teri Meri Kahani star him and Priyanka Chopra. It's basically another three love stories with in a movie. This is also a similar thing, but it's a Telugu-ized version of it. And I really don't know what you can get from this movie apart from if you're a Vijay fan and if you like Aishwarya Rajesh and or Raashi Khanna, then great. You can watch this. This is purely performance based, so the only thing that kept me going through the movie was the performance of these characters. Apart if the performance was very bad, I would have just fell asleep. That's how boring it was. And that's all for my review of World Famous Lover. If you like this review, please hit that like button. Please share this video with your friends. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon too so that I keep coming onto your feed. I'm going to review the Amazon original movie next, and yes, I am aware that Ponmagal Vandal also is released in Amazon. I'm going to be reviewing both those movies, and I'm going to be reviewing it a 2 day gap. So, what? Please look out for the Amazon original on Monday, and I'm going to post the other one on Wednesday. And just to keep things, I don't want to put too much in 1 week. And I'm signing off, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.